In this video, I'll be interviewing a family who have an autistic daughter and what family life is like for them specifically coming up. Hey, I'm Dan. I have Asperger's syndrome, ADHD, OCD and dyslexia. I make weekly videos on autism, so if you want to learn more and you're new around here, remember to hit that subscribe button, smash that notification bell so you get notified when I upload, and also give this a like on a follow on Facebook if you're watching on Facebook. Hey guys, before we get started, I just want to say that this video is proudly sponsored by Viabox. And what is Viabox? So basically, Viabox is a website that you can actually go on to get shipping for products in the United States to the UK without having any kind of added taxes or any hidden fees there. So basically how it works is that Viabox creates a free shipping address for you in Oregon, in the state of Oregon, which has like 0% state sales tax compared to that. So like Florida is like 7%, and even California has like 9%. So like nobody else can compete with this. This is like 0%. So what they do is they get all the stuff shipped over to that free address in Oregon, and then they put it all conveniently together to you for one package, and then they ship that back to you overseas. So this is for anybody outside of the US who's wanting to buy stuff and really bypass all those added charges and costs. This is super awesome. Not only does it save you money on the sales tax because it's located in Oregon, which has like a 0% sales tax, it actually is cheaper than all the other competitors. If you check out the other ones, the Viabox outreaches them way better on price. So definitely check them out. A link is going to be in the description below. So anybody who's going to be ordering something for your birthday, Christmas, Easter, whatever it is, the occasion is going to happen, hop on to Viabox if you're from anywhere else other than the US to get yourself some savings on all those extra taxes that happens when you're trying to buy stuff in the US. Okay, I asked you to ask me some questions on Instagram, so here I'm going to answer your questions. I'm picking 3 every single video, so if you want me to answer your question, make sure to follow me on Instagram and look out for when I ask for the questions for next week's video. Okay, Skitty the kitten, they said, do you have any pet? Yes, I have a pet called Randall. He's a Jack Russell miniature, Welsh Jack Russell miniature dog. He is absolutely crazy and I love him to bits, and I actually use him as a therapy animal as well. He's really good for helping me calm down and stay relaxed when I'm kind of totally freaking out. Kaylee Rebel, and they said, how does autism affect your life as a parent? And that's a good question. Being a parent is a difficult job. I salute anybody who is a parent because, you know, it's a difficult one. It's a challenging task, and it's also rewarding. But being a parent with autism is so complex, and there are so many different aspects to it. I'm gonna make a video series on that, so if you want to see a series on autism and parenting, please leave me a comment in the comment section below to let me know yes you'd like to see that. I think one of the biggest ones is sensory input, because there's loads of things going on. There's like textures, like noises, and different equipment you need for a baby. All that stuff is crazy, and it's very interesting on my sensory input. Okay, the last question here is from If You're Happy and You Know It, and they said, my son 5 is autistic. He uses YouTube and games to stay distracted and calm. Is this bad? No, it's absolutely good. Games are a great way to introduce different types of social situations to a kid with autism. So I would say that there's nothing wrong with games and stuff like that. So keep it up and try and encourage anything that they find creative, because you want to like promote creativity. Okay guys, on with the video. Okay guys, so I interviewed the Maass family from America. They have a channel, a very popular channel and an awesome channel called Fathering Autism, and me and Asa, the father of the family, are really good buddies, so we decided that we were going to do a collab. I did a video with them too, so please check the link out in the description below and on the end slate so you can see the video that I did with them on their channel. But this is my video with them, and I'll let them introduce themselves now.
What is up, guys? We are the Maasses. We have a YouTube channel called Fathering Autism. It is a family vlogging channel. I am the father. My name is Asa. This is Abigail. She has autism. She's 13 years old, nonverbal autism.
I'm Priscilla. I'm the mom.
And I'm Isaiah. I'm her brother.
Yeah. So we kind of talk about, you know, not just how autism affects Abigail, but how it affects our whole family, the negatives, the positives, all the things, right? Thanks so much, Dan, for having us on your channel on this video. And go ahead with your questions.
Okay, thanks Asa, that's awesome. So I'm going to get cutting straight now with some questions for you guys. Okay, so how would you say that the family routines differ, if at all, from that of like a neurotypical family? Or does this impact individual routines or anything like that?
So yeah, I definitely think that our routines differ. I mean, no doubt. You know, we have different steps that we have to do just to get out the door in the morning.
Right.
Abigail's 13, but she's not independent, so she requires one-on-one care. So for sure.
And then we also have to add therapy in there. So that's part of our routine instead of maybe an extracurricular activity. And just preparing to have a good time, but maybe it doesn't always work out the way that we hope it's going to work out.
Right.
And just, you know, Isaiah has always been really good about accepting that. So I think that differs a lot, because typically you can say, hey, you need to straighten up,
Yeah.
and we can't do that.
Right.
So I think that would be a big one that is way different than a typical family.
Yeah, we definitely prepare for things a little bit differently.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I guess like the preparation thing is key, because like you have, you know, A, which is what you're going to do, and then you have a B, C, and D backup in case anything goes wrong and crazy. I totally get that, and I can totally relate to that too, because when I like have to go out and do something like that, I have to also kind of go, okay, am I going to prepare something else? I have to do this, and this might go wrong, because when I don't, things go wrong, and then, you know, meltdowns can happen, and it can be super crazy.
There's a gnat in my face.
Abigail's a little bit nervous because we're standing on this wall at a Spanish fort, so she's a little nervous where we're standing at. But we wanted to give you guys a good shot of Florida in the background.
And we're in the oldest city in the United States.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people here too, because it's a heavy tourist area.
So my next question is, do you feel that having a family member with ASD brings you guys closer together as a family?
Yes, no doubt.
Yeah, I would definitely say
does.
yeah.
You know, I mean, just getting here, like like Mom said, going to do things. It takes the whole family, and like we've had to help each other out a lot with Abigail not being independent. We work together a lot, I think, to help things run smoothly.
Yeah, Isaiah's a third caregiver.
Yeah.
Not just a brother, big brother, but a third caregiver. So, you know, we all work together as a team. Definitely have that family unit thing going on.
I think also we never wanted Isaiah to resent his sisters, so we definitely made it a point to be a close family and make it where it is a team effort. So I think that's part of it as well.
Right. Yeah, we definitely include him in everything, just like we try to include Abigail in as much things as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's very interesting, because having, yeah, it's like a team. Like you have to move as a unit, I guess. And like Isaiah was saying, like, you know, you all have a role to play and to help push like any trip out or anything forward to make sure that it goes to succession. And that is super important. And I think that's like super heartwarming as well, to know that like a family unit comes super close together when you have a family member who has additional needs, you know, to the rest of the members in the family. And I think that's just awesome. So as a family, do you feel more driven to strive for achievements, seeing life like a bit differently than a typical family?
I think we do. We definitely take the small things, like we appreciate it more than I think other people do.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that typical families don't appreciate the small things, but every little thing means so much to our family.
Yeah, the small things are major achievements a lot of times in our life.
Yeah.
You know, just you know, when your 13-year-old learns to do something on her own that she should have done, you know, typically developing, she would have done when she was 3. Then that's definitely appreciating the small things.
Right.
Yeah, I think we also, because Abigail has so many challenges, we look at how easy life is for us. You know, how easy it is for us to do the simple things, how much of a challenge it is for Abigail, so we don't take those things for granted.
Right.
You know, like we have these opportunities because we're so much more capable, because we don't have the struggles that she faces. So.
Right. Even standing here, like the sensory issues she's having right now.
Yeah, she's having to hold on to us to feel safe.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. That, I mean, you know, those short goals, those like small things that may not mean anything to anybody else, like can mean a lot to you and your family, because you see it from that perspective. You know, you see the difficult times and the hard times and what it takes to overcome a certain issue. And those achievements, like Priscilla was saying, they may only be small, but like I feel, you know, any achievement like that, it's a huge success and it should be celebrated and you should feel proud of it. That's awesome. And I love that you guys answered like that. That's awesome. where do you see the family in 5 years? Like, what are some of your goals and aspirations that you have?
That's a really good question, because I like that one a lot.
Yeah.
We're going to keep doing what we're doing as far as sharing our lives on YouTube, and Abigail growing up. Abigail will be 18 at that point. Isaiah will be graduating college in 5 years. But we want to get an RV. We want to do traveling. We want Abigail to see the world. You know, one thing that is kind of a stigma with special needs, especially with that, people at Abigail's functional level, is they have a very small world. They're restricted to their house, their room, whatever it might be, and they don't get to see things. And I really want her to have those opportunities that we all have to see things, to experience stuff, to go to places like this, like everybody else has the opportunity to. So that's where I see us in 5 years.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I would like to do more speaking engagements.
Yeah.
We work with colleges now, and I want to do more of that, just to train people that are going into the field of autism and different therapies and stuff on what they could do to help the families out.
Right. Share our story.
I think it's gonna be interesting because I'm gonna be in college and within the next 5 years, so I'm gonna be kind of growing up separate from you guys.
Our whole family dynamic's getting ready to change in about a year, so that's going to be interesting to see.
Definitely going to be interesting.
No, dude, that is awesome. Like, absolutely. I think exposing people who have additional needs to the most you can is the best thing ever, because they feel included, and that inclusivity is like super important, to not exclude people. Like you said, being restricted to their home or like their bedroom or whatever, that's crazy that people actually live like that. And you want to do as much as you can to get them out of that kind of bubble a bit, and it's all therapeutic at the end of the day. And it's super interesting you're saying about the family dynamic changing soon, because Abigail's used to that routine and stuff. So it'll be interesting to see how the change in the family dynamic has impacted Abigail's life. And obviously, I'm pretty sure all my viewers over here have to go and subscribe to Ace's Fathering Autism channel if you haven't already, to follow their story. It's fascinating, and I love watching every episode. And, speaking engagement is so positive. I do so many of those already. Like, I go up and down the country, all over the world, actually talking about autism, Asperger's, all those things that from my insight that can help somebody else. So more of those things is so positive. It's amazing. Good luck with college, Isaiah, and graduation. It's awesome. I got a degree in chemistry, and it was super fun. I loved learning at that degree level, which is awesome. And so, yeah, have fun, buddy.
Thanks.
Calvin, thank you for watching us.
So thank you.
Good
Good job. Well, thanks so much, guys, for checking us out. I'm sure Dan's going to leave a link for our channel or put it down in the video description or whatever. But, come check us out. We'd love to have you as a member of the Maass Squad. Thank you, Dan, for the awesome questions. Thanks for the opportunity to hang out with you and for the little interview session. And you guys, make sure you check out Dan's interview over on my channel too.
Yep.
Bye.
Thank you guys so much for coming over to the channel. It was awesome. I'm pretty sure we're gonna meet up very soon, probably at VidCon, do some videos together, and have more of these kind of less formal but more like vlogs type videos. So if you guys want to check that out, make sure that you are following us on all the social media. Links in the description below. Thank you so much for the Maass family for coming on to the Aspie world and having this video collab. It was awesome. Thank you so much. Be sure to check out my video over on Ace's channel. I will leave a link in the description and in the end card, so make sure you do that, and leave me a comment. Let me know which is your favorite part, and kind of if you've got anything to add to these questions. I'd love to know what you guys thought of these questions from your perspective if you have a family member with autism. I will see you next time. Peace.